So this is the pound yen analysis for Friday 27th of October. Now, let's look what happened. We did have some fundamental news in regards to the pound, which was bearish. Not, I don't think it wasn't very strong. It wasn't a strong news catalyst, but it was bearish nonetheless. So let's look what happened. So we did have the news catalyst here on the 25th. You see prices move all the way up to beyond this 50-56, this weekly pivot, and we did stall around this 51.25. So under here 26, we did seem to have found some minor support in around 50-56. We did say if we see prices go up, we were looking to see it directly around 51.25, but we didn't see price go up. We weren't able to hold this 50-56, and we did see a subsequent breakdown in prices. So this breakdown in prices has come down to this very next level of support in around 49.78. We're currently trading around 49.82. So if we do hold this 49.78 level, we were looking for prices to go on to test this 50-56. We did stall there previously, but we did expect price to go on to test 50-56. Beyond which we're looking at 51.25. Above that, the very next level is a major level in around 52.85. If, however, we do break down from where we are at present, we have to look at the levels below. So below this 49.78, again, we'll be possibly looking at this dynamic level of support around this 200 period moving average. Current 200 period moving average sitting around this 149.32. Beyond which, we've also got the 400 period moving average sitting at 48.85 before our next major level in around is 48.46. 48.46 being the breakout region on the higher time frames. Let's just have a look if there is anything else before that. So we got 48.46 as we are trading around 150 pips. Yeah, so 48.46. Below that, we're definitely looking at in around this 148 region that we did see some struggled over a bit. So in around this 148 just here, we did see some buying momentum come into the market again around this 148. And again over there. So we did see some buying momentum coming around this 148, but the major level is in that 148.46. That's where we broke out on the monthly chart. Around this 147.35 and 148.46. We did break out of that zone for the move to the upside. So those the areas we are looking at. So we do have the levels already identified, dynamic levels of support and resistance, and the major levels in around 148.46. We've got 147.35. Before that, we've got this this level which has been holding more recently in around this 148 level. So those are our upside and downside possible targets. So let's just have a look at the weekly time frame, see where we are. Let's get correct again. The weekly is going to be a bullish. So here on the weekly chart, it's pretty clear we are in a bullish territory. So we've had a series of higher lows, and we've had some retracements. Retracements heavier than I would like, but we have posted a series of higher lows. We've got this key candle here that we are operating in the shadow of, this very bullish candle. We're operating in the shadow of it, so we have seen a bit of a pullback, and we did see these 2 weeks of bullish buying momentum. This week so far does seem to be closing bearish, but overall you can see, especially in the shadow of the strong bullish candle, this strong bullish candle here, we do expect prices to go on to possibly retest these highs, this previous high here in around 52.85, beyond which we're looking at this 154.72. So that's your the weekly time frame. So let's have a quick look at the daily time frame before we close off this analysis on the pound yen. So if you have a look at this daily chart here on the pound yen, we can see we did see the selling momentum come in here on the 25th. On the 26th, the selling momentum continued through after the sell-off from 51.25, and we do seem to be poised to, maybe we might retrace all the way down to this 20 period moving average for finding support for a further move to the upside. 20 period moving average currently sitting at is that 148.95. Yes, it's around this 148.95. That's where we do seem to have the 400 period moving average sitting 148.95. So in around this 149. That can't be right. 148.40, 148.95. So yeah, in around this 149 region, we do seem to have had We do seem to have this 200 period, that's 20 period moving average. We might find support there. But beyond that, we're looking at this 148.46. That's the next major level, as well as the previous levels identified on the weekly chart. So overall, if we do hold this breakdown in prices, we could potentially see this being interpreted as a lower high. So we've got our highs here, a potential lower high there for prices to possibly go down to just test this 147.35, beyond which 146 may come into focus. But we do seem to have a major level in around this 147.35, as we have had it as a hold as a resistance on a couple of occasions, and it was the top of the range before we had this breakout that we saw here all the way up until this 152.85. So that should wrap up the pound yen analysis. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.